All right. Welcome to the Transcend podcast. This is a show where we motivate, inspire, and learn to work with all your heart. My name is Matthew Arnold. Today I'm joined with my co-host Arin. And before we continue, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and comment and turn on your notifications for more content. Man, I always mess that up a little bit, brother.
We're getting there.
Yeah, it's
coming in strong.
Good. Yes, sir. But yeah, Arin, what are your thoughts on New Year, New Me?
Dude, New Year, New Me. What a concept every year. I feel like it's almost hit like a cliche mark for myself. But we plan so much of our lives, like you and I do. We're probably unpopular in that opinion. We stand alone, and like how much we prepare so many aspects of our lives. So it's like we're always working to that new me. Mm-hmm. So the new year isn't the marker for me. Yeah, personally, of like, oh, now I have to get started. Yeah, I'm always chasing it.
Talking about being prepared, bro. This podcast, though, man. Like,
dude, this software.
Bro, like I envy people who have like a setup in a room to where they can just go in and start recording. We spent an hour and a half getting ready. Yeah, yeah, dude. I can't wait for the day that we have a full setup that's just chilling and we don't have to actually change anything. We just click record.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be awesome. I do also like we have to learn that process. Yeah, and you are meticulous. Oh man, I am pretty free flow, but I'm still grounded. Yeah. You know, I'm not gonna let too much slip past. But yeah, I got chill. Dude, vibes.
I think one of my problems is that cool. We can keep going.
Yeah, Matt is just adjusting some items, and that's the only part of this beginning process of the podcast today. We've just been technical issue after technical issue, but it's okay. You know, I think, so one of the things here's my tangent now. One of the things I've been working on with my good friend Cole, so one of my best friends in the whole world, the mentality and the mindset, it's huge. It's huge for what you need. It is a repetitive thing. And, you know, Cole's, I'm not trying to dig into my boy's life too much, but if you are busy, if you're new in marriage, if you are traveling a lot, it's the holidays, whatever it is you right now, there's a big piece in there for stability. Some of us really need stability. Some of us fly by the seat of our pants. That's cool. But at the end of the day, like it's a mentality that really gets you to the gym every day. And working on that, you know, fitness has failure built into it. And that's one thing that I really love. And this is one of the things that I think makes a determining factor in like, all right, like, do we just scrap it right here? Am I done? Because there's so many days that I'm sure you relate, Matt. Like how many days have you walked into the gym and just been like, I'm not feeling it?
Oh, plenty.
You know, plenty. You hit your big boy movement. So back squat, bench, deadlift. And it's just like groggy, just meh.
No, I hear you, man. I'm also getting to the point now where it's like, I went from trying to do 7 to 8 exercises a workout to just 2 or 3. And I think at this point now it's about quality. So I'm okay if I leave a little early or if I'm not feeling it. But to answer your question, yeah, it's all about just, you know, getting in there. Like even if they're trash workouts, like it's just a consistency. Have you seen the little graphs or like memes where, not memes, but like motivational posts where it talks about this is what consistency actually looks like and every day is different. It's just about doing it. Yeah. So
it's dealing with the inconsistencies, dealing with software, dealing with cameras.
By the way, I don't think I turned the camera on. I don't think I started it. That's why I shut off. Yeah. Camera was like, oh, you're not going to use me? I'm just going to shut down. So the camera was never actually started. So one of these 2 cameras are going to be our intro cameras.
It's cool. So, we can back and forth and back. That's the power of like, this is in-house and we have that power. And I love that this shows just that side of it. Like when you're trying to chase your dreams and when you're trying to achieve more, challenging yourself. Yeah. This is what challenging yourself looks like.
Hey, for real, man, especially getting in front of camera and doing stuff like this. I remember, I have a few videos, I deleted them, but I tried to do this by myself. I needed someone to help me out, man, but I appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So New Year's, new me, man. It's December 23rd right now. Is today the 23rd? Yeah. Tomorrow's the 24th. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve. Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. Yeah. It's Saturday's today. So Sunday. Do we even know what day and time it is?
Brother, I'm so happening? I'm just like, I'm here.
Yeah. We vibe. We know how to live big circles very fast and smart. Mm-hmm. And, you know, day and time doesn't necessarily matter. That is small tangent. I love the gym specifically for that reason. Yeah. It's that space where you let things go and where you lift big, heavy circles, you feel better.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter about like, oh, I was there for 3 hours. As long as you feel good.
Yeah. No, I hear you on that, man. And with everyone diving into New Year's resolutions, are you a New Year's resolution guy? Do you set New Year's resolution goals? Like, do you set goals like at the end of the year for the whole year? Or are you just kind of, I'm going to always have goals set, so the New Year's really doesn't like...
It doesn't like hit the same as some, you know, I think we're both kind of young and whatnot, but like still striving. So like the new year is not the marker for me. Yeah. I'm striving all the time to be a better man, a better person overall. Yeah. But when it comes to fitness, health, mental health, challenging myself in those ways, it's a consistent, always going, always going to try. What about you?
I definitely try to set them. I use it as a tool. Like I know for sure that like if I set a goal in October, like I'm gonna go for it. I don't know what's going on with this camera and why it stops recording, but I'm gonna figure that out. But
cool. We have smartphones.
Yeah, man. I set goals every year. But like I said, it's not my one time a year that I set a goal for the whole year. It's a tool that maybe remotivates me, gets me back in like a groove or a plan. So yeah, I personally use it. I encourage people to use it, but I also don't like die on that hill that I need to get that done. So
yes. What does that look like for you though? Like, is there
depends on what I'm trying to work on. I know in 2016, I did no fast food for the whole year. 2017, I did no alcohol for the whole year. And yeah, and after that, that's when I kind of pulled back on like doing these big goals, because at that point, like I learned that like doing the no fast food, like the only benefit from that was just not eating fast food. Like I still found ways to eat unhealthy. Like it wasn't that I was just a healthy eater now.
You didn't wake up the next day and go, oh, the count of calories and like, now I'm super healthy.
Yeah, exactly. Like I literally can go to Walmart and buy a bag of chips. That's not fast food. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's where it's like, I found loopholes in my own goal, but I did it though. Like I didn't touch fast food. I guess Chipotle was like my one thing, but my rule on that was if there's a drive-through. If there's a drive-through, it's fast food.
That's very,
so that was kind of like my goal. But then at the same point, it's like, I can buy a box pizza and it be as processed as a McDonald's burger.
Dude, processed pizza or pizza from Domino's, wherever, Papa John's.
Yeah.
So bad. It's so bad.
It's so good though, bro.
So good. It was made, when it's people engineered to make you desire it more, like having salty, sweet food, savory products all in one meal. Yeah. Like everything in your body says, I need that.
Yeah.
I want that. And like that's where cheat meals come in. But that's a part of like a system. And I don't necessarily myself have like a system that I go by. I don't see it. I like set goals. Yeah. You know, like here's this. You've helped me on like in December, we're going to look like this. And January, February, March, we're going to be working on these.
Small goals within the big goals. And that's where I think it's important to set these New Year's resolution goals. Because one, if you're going to use it as a tool to help you get through the year, like you got to be smart about it. Like you got to be smart about it. But yeah, what would be your advice to people doing your New Year's like resolutions, New Year's goals? And while you give that advice, I'm going to mess with this camera.
No, you're good. I would love for people who are in this new year, new me resolution phase, which again, like I don't necessarily buy into. I am here just operating, always trying to like set new goals that I've hit because I think it's relevant. It's attainable. It is something that's realistic. Like I'm always going to hit this goal. If I don't, like I fail. There's a lot of like mindset and mindfulness that can go into this. So that's why it becomes a year-round process. It sounds very tiring. It's actually not, because I'm so realistic with what I shoot for and what I aim for. By the time I hit that, I'm almost surprised. In some cases, I'm not surprised, but I'm incredibly hardworking in that sense. There's a level of consistency, a level of desire, a level that I aim to be at always. So setting new goals, having this like as a continual system, always been a like top tier, always focused on point for me. But again, no real system or method to my madness. Yeah. I think you surround yourself with good people who are going to keep you accountable, and you make it relevant to yourself. Yeah. You're not shooting so far past the moon that you're landing in another universe, like outside the Milky Way. you are very much going, I know myself. And if you don't know yourself, so this is advice to people who are new year, new me, or this year, I'm really going to get that 6-pack. This year, I'm really going to drop that 10-pound weight, or the 30, 40, 50 pounds I really want to drop. You know yourself enough, like Matt was just talking about, like he knew going to the store isn't a violation of the goal of not having fast food. Like you can buy chips. That's no drive-through.
Yeah.
Like I can buy chips and candy. I can buy chips, candy, and a soda. So
and that's not the drive-through. Exactly, man. And I just feel like why as humans, and this might be way off topic, but why as humans do we like, I don't know if it's why, but it's like we as humans tend to find the easier path, especially in this world and generation that we're in now. It's like we always talk about, oh, you need to find beauty in the struggle and all that. Right. But naturally, we don't want to be uncomfortable. And so that's why like people are so hyped up to do these New Year's resolutions. But then after they get a little taste of how hard they actually have to work, they don't want to do that anymore, you know? And that's where I think setting these SMART goals is important. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard this in your education, your school back in the day, or even like business mentors. Like they always talk about the SMART goals, which is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound or timely. And again, if you've heard this before, it's just a review for you, but specific goals, like, and we were kind of diving into it, but we'll go in this order here. So your specific goals, like if you want to read more books, right? Like what kind of books are you interested in? Or if you want to exercise more, what kind of exercise are you interested in doing? Is it sports related? Is it bodybuilding related? Do you want to power lift? All of these goals need to be a little more specific, and then you break it down from there. So in December 25th, 26th, whenever you're done with Christmas and you've like really want to like start diving into these goals for next year, do you just say, oh, I want to lose 30 pounds? It's like, cool, that's awesome. You want to lose 30 pounds, but you got to be specific from there. So that's where you start with the specific goals. And that's the S in SMART. Okay. Yeah. So next we go into measurable goals. And this is something that me and you have been doing a little bit with our results and our our journey is, you know, at first, like we were just vibing, we were working out, and there's a place and time to just vibe, guys. Like you don't have to overanalyze, dive into the numbers so crazy with your fitness goals. Or even if the goals were reading books again, like you don't have to do where I need to read 6 pages every single day to get to this goal. Now it's not bad to set those numbers, but that's the point of measurable. Like, are you fitness wise, are you measuring like every 2 weeks, or are you just going blindly into this? And then it's like, well, I'm not losing any weight. I'm not like really building any muscle, but you have no measurements. You have no form of like numbers to help you stay on track and get to that point, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think if you go blindly into it, you're not going to hit your goals. So that's measurable. Achievable goals. So now this is coming from like someone who like, I would love to like lean up and be 185 pounds in the next 2 months.
That'd be great.
But is that achievable? Is that healthy? Am I going the right way on losing weight like that, or leaning out and keeping body mass? Probably not. I want to be more like smart about what is achievable. If you are 275 pounds at 43% body fat, and you say in 3 months, I want to go step on stage as a bodybuilder, like, is that, I mean, yes, you can go do that, but is it achievable? Is that actually you winning your pro card, basically? Probably not. But what is achievable is like, okay, in 3 months, I want to be able to take my 5K time, running time, from 42 minutes to 38 minutes. I want to be able to bench press 135. Right now, I only do 95. But in 2 months, that's achievable. Mm-hmm. And so those are the goals from there. I'm going to finish running through these relevant. And you made a really good point on this. Can you repeat what you said about relevant goals? If you remember.
Yeah. I was really getting into it. I was really leaning into what you're saying. Sorry. Relevance. So is it relevant to me like you know yourself?
Yeah.
How well do you know yourself? And that only comes with the practice of being relevant. Yeah. Like you have to step off track to even understand where that track is for you.
Yeah. And another thing about relevant is like, if you know you're not going to want to run 5 miles, don't set goals to run 5 miles. Like if you know that like you hate running, don't set a goal to run like that.
You can use me as an example, Matt. Like what happened recently when you had me do, it was like 12 incline, 3 speed walk. Like, what did we find out?
Yeah. Like, well, like your body was just like, holy crap, dude. Like my calves aren't used to this.
My calves were broken.
But overall, the goal is for Arin to maybe start running a little bit. But I, as a coach, had to be a little smarter. And because initially I pushed it, I was like, we're going to start running, dude. But then like, and it wasn't even seeing that. It was more like, man, I don't want him to hate running. So how do I get him to slowly get to that point? Well, first, let's just work on the conditioning, you know?
Yep.
And from the conditioning, then maybe we add in a half a mile.
Relevancy, I think, is beating the burnout.
Yeah.
We're trying to longevitize the journey because obviously if you're running headfirst into this, like you're going to hit a plateau and a wall.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, what's the shortest track? 2 weeks after January 1st?
Oh yeah.
Probably just.
Yeah. And that's where I think setting these SMART goals will help you get past that curve or that hump that everyone hits second week of January, or really like the second month of the year. Like towards the end of February, people are truly giving up on those goals. Like they'll go strong for 5 weeks, but it's because they didn't set the plan. Like they didn't set their goals. And lastly is time bound or timely. And that kind of ties in for me personally to achievable. Like those two goals are slightly similar. Like, are you being smart with your time? If you know that you love watching Survivor or you love watching, I don't know, TV shows, man. Like I watch a lot of Shark Tank. So like I try to watch 1 episode or 2 episodes a week of Shark Tank. And from there, but if you notice what I said, 1 or 2 a week, I'm not sitting there watching 1 or 2 a day of episodes of Shark Tank, because it's like, I know where my time lies. I know if I really want this goal to happen, I have to sacrifice something, and I have to be very, what's the word with my time?
Conscious.
Yeah. I have to be very conscious of my time, very aware of it. So yeah, that's smart, guys. That's SMART goals. So really break that down. You can Google it. You can find exactly what those mean. Try those out. Test it out, man.
I think I really like time bound. So we work in the space of often enough, measurable, achievable, relevant, pretty specific, you know, and always in like the filter of like a fitness area.
Yeah.
But time bound, like, because I'm kind of finishing up my master's right now, I feel time bound is like where some people really produce. They could be 75% of the way there for the first 2 months. And then the final month, they just amp it. Yeah. They just really get after it. And then they see the results. Yeah. And I'm hopeful that's in like a time bound sense that's relevant for them. And that's not like you're talking about dropping too much weight, losing all the muscle, all the gains. That's where we like run into issues. But I also like it's anything. It doesn't have to be sports related. It doesn't have to be fitness and, you know, whatnot. If your time bound is to be more mindful, is to be more mentally healthy in the new year, then your goal should still have an end date where you reassess. Yeah, no, for sure. And I think that's super important to do that. But yeah, man, I just really think that if people take these steps to set their goals, it will help out so much. It really will. And I'm learning this firsthand. Like, I'm just disciplined in doing the stuff. Like, I'm firsthand right now in the last like 6-7 months learning how to set these better goals, these smarter goals. So yes, my favorite acronym, KISS. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Oh.
You can use silly if you don't want to.
You can call me stupid every once in a while.
I mean, I have to. we're all actually, like, no one's perfect. Yeah. We're all a little silly. We're all a little stupid sometimes. You know, if we call each other out, that's what accountability is for. I would be nowhere if it weren't for a good level of accountability from Matt. But keep it simple, stupid. I think that fits perfectly under relevancy. But you have to reframe your mind. This year is going to take on a lot more than just the 4 months, 5 months, 6 months you may have planned out. Yeah. You're going to have a lot of twists and turns, and you have to defeat yourself. That's something I would really throw out there. You have to like learn yourself. We're the most adaptive creatures on this earth. There's nothing else that even comes close to us. We are the apex. So like you have to learn and understand whatever you do, you are going to learn on top of that, and you're going to learn about yourself. So if your mindset isn't straight, that you are going to overcome yourself at some point, make up like, oh, chips don't count because it's not a drive-through. Yeah. Then you're going to end up somewhere in the weeds, and accountability through partners, families, friends, etc., is going to be huge for that. Yeah. So I'm down with, that's just how I kind of ran into it. I think that's my acronym, but it fits perfectly under.
That works, man. I like it a lot. It helps with the other acronym, in all fairness. So that's good, man. I like it.
So what do we, when this releases, is probably going to be New Year, and we're talking a lot about this, but what can one expect in the gym? Because I think that's one of the things that's like,
for like newcomers in the gym?
Yes. Newcomers to the gym. What do we expect in January?
All right. Well, definitely an influx of individuals at the gym for sure. Like people are going to be at the gym January 1st, January 2nd. I think it rolls right after New Year's. People will probably recovering on January 1st.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's going to be packed. I think people are going to be in the gyms. People are going to be there. Yeah, I'm excited for January 1st. I used to hate on it, and this is something I just tried to change my mindset on. Yeah. Like I just changed it, and I just mentioned it to you today. I'm starting on one of the last topics here. But I think, for everyone who's been in the gym, like be patient with these new people. Like I used to be the guy who says, oh, here we go. January through March is going to be pretty busy because people are setting these goals, but they're not going to stick it out. But why am I hating on them for trying?
Yeah.
Like, so same concept to all these people who are like experienced and they're veterans in the gym. Like, do you remember where you were when you first started? Like, you're probably uncomfortable. You probably have someone guiding you. A lot of these people don't have that guidance. A lot of these people are just going in there from seeing TikTok workouts, and that's how they're programming. Yeah. And like, if you're supersetting and you're taking two machines and someone just so happens to walk on your machine, don't be mad at them for that, man. Like they don't know what supersetting is. Just because you have your water bottle there doesn't mean it's your machine. And two, if you're recording in there, don't do that. Like, don't be mad at someone walking in front of your camera.
Go watch Joey Swell.
Yeah, Joey Swell, man. I actually just sent him a video of someone I follow, man. And like, he probably still follows me. It's like someone here in the DFW. Like he got so mad at someone walking in front of his camera, and he posted it. He posted it today. I mean, not today, last week. And I immediately went and unfollowed him. And yeah, man. And it's like, I used to like the guy a lot, and I probably still do like him. I'm not a fan of how he treated the other person for walking in front of the camera, because he was just like, and obviously there's a camera right there, and he decided to post that. Like, bro, I recorded a video this morning and someone absolutely just stood in front of my camera. Didn't even know it was there. And I just did another set and recorded. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to inconvenience someone else who's in a public setting and my camera's in their way, basically. So
that's on the veterans. Like, flip it.
Yeah.
In January, in the new year, it's on the veterans to make this a welcoming, open community. Yeah. We know how to work around people. Yeah. Like, I know that if I'm not getting the turf area at AR in the mornings and we go to work out is almost always taken. Yeah. We work around it. We find different ways. Like, instead of doing, like we were talking about earlier, but some Bulgarian split squats out there on the turf where it's really nice, you're spacious. It's, you have any number of equipment pieces out there, take it to the leg press. Yeah. Take it to any kind of machine that's outside of that, or just find an empty space and just do a single leg squat. Yeah. Put your foot against the wall, do something. You can put on a bag that you brought. There's a million ways to do it. Yeah. And there's only one really bad attitude that gets people caught like this. I say caught. This is really just, people should be nicer in the gym. And I like that it's up to the veterans to help out, make that community welcoming. Yeah, man. And then to piggyback off of this topic here, like you said, no one's perfect either. Like, so even for you veterans, I'm tying it all together, so bear with me. Even for the veterans in the gym, it's like, we understand that like you might get annoyed like at some of the newbies in there. So, I'm caring for you a little bit too, but in the same breath, it's like, you're going to be in the gym all year. Don't worry. Like, you can find modifications, different ways to do stuff if someone else is in your space. But it's not your space at the end of the day. It's the public space. So I'm gonna mess with this camera again, man. If you want to dive into a couple of these bullet points. No, I love it. I definitely want to dive into the stigma of the gym. So I have a friend, her name's Deanna, and I love you, Deanna. Knew her in high school. She's out living some faraway place with her husband. It's amazing. But she's not like the most built character in the world. She's actually just, very well, healthy person. And she reached out to me, just had a quick phone call about what the relevancy is in the gym. How can she best structure something? But she came in with a lot of predisposed ideas and things that can really help her. So what she did was she researched the different groupings of muscles that she wanted to target, some of the things she already does. So she plays soccer, she's very active, she surfs, she does all these things. And how is that helpful for her? And then we talked about the relevancy of what she does, how it's built into what she can do, and how she can strengthen through strength training in the gym. But one of the biggest things is she had a stigma about the gym. And that was the hardest thing to overcome for her, is that this is such an uncommon place for her. This is a place that Matt and I call the backyard, basically, or the playground.
Yeah.
You know, it gets us excited in the 4:00 in the morning when we go. But this is not always the same for everyone. So I really love that she approached me with that. It's not always the same. And just starting out small and going with things is gonna help you over time build that healthier mindset of being in a shared space. Yeah. Eventually, the goal is it's just like walking down the street. Mm-hmm. But I know that everyone has a different experience in the gym. We have to be mindful. But I promise you, we've talked about this in the past. Some of the biggest dudes in the gym are the nicest.
Yeah, oh, facts, man. And then to even go even further into that, like the best times to go to the gym and like what days too, maybe we could break that down really quick. If you're trying to get some space and equipment, go early, man. Like you got your hardcore gymmers who go, but the population and the crowd of all these New Year, New Me people, they're going to be going after work, most likely. Like, so that 4 to 7 p.m. time is going to be busy. So if you want to avoid that, you probably got to hit the gym before work or really late at night. And even late at night, man, people are probably thinking that idea too. But most people ain't trying to go at 4 or 5 a.m. So
not everyone has that like mindset to get after it at 4 o'clock.
Yeah. So, and then offset your days, man. Most people do chest on Mondays. So then just do your splits completely different. And these are for people who probably know a little bit more about the gym. You're not a super duper newbie, but most people do chest on Mondays and like legs on Wednesdays. So if you just offset that and do the opposite, then I think you'll be pretty solid on that. So like, as in like you do like a back day on Monday or you do like a leg day on Monday. And sometimes people do leg days on Monday. So
I'd say back days is so uncommon. At the start of the week, it's always National Chest Day, followed by leg days. So upper, lower, back, front, abs.
Take your Monday off. Put your rest day on Monday, actually. And then just do the same exact routine that everyone else is doing starting Monday and then switch it from there. But again, it depends on your location, your gym that you're going to, and what people's schedules are. But
yeah, you got to be smart about it.
Yeah, smart goals, right?
Smart goals. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, man. Hey, yes, sir. All right, man. Well, what about moving forward here? I think we're done talking about. I missed the burrito conversation.
No, it's okay. We can. I mean, we still love Taco Bell. Taco Bell is always just going to be a big piece for us. But man, I mean, if you want to, why don't we just dive into it?
Well, the Taco Bell thing?
Yeah.
All right,
that's funny to me.
I don't know how much like truth or studies are behind this, but all right. So I've been like a robot these last 6 to 7 weeks. I mean, almost the same things every single day. And then I'm sleeping at the same time every single day. 2 days ago, Wednesday night, I had Taco Bell. And then my sleep score on my Fitbit, I track my sleep on my Fitbit. It might not be the most accurate thing, but I track my sleep on my Fitbit. And I've been averaging like a sleep score of like 80 lately. And I'm really proud of that. I had Taco Bell that night, went to bed at the exact same time. My sleep score was 71. So the sleep score definitely went all the way down. And then I was like, there's no way, fluke. Maybe I just had a rough time sleeping, right? So then I went into the next day and I had McDonald's. I had 2 double cheeseburgers. And ketchup and cheese only, guys. Like, I love veggies, but that is the way you eat a cheeseburger from McDonald's. I'm being picky. But anyways, check my sleep score again. And I got like 7.5 hours of sleep, but a sleep score of 71 again. And again, I'm not too sure how true this is, but I think my body is trying to break down all the processed stuff that I put in my body those 2 days. And then I'm not able to actually get that deep sleep because my body's working still. So I don't know how true that is because I'm a big believer in calories are king as well. But that kind of changed my mindset a little bit, man. I'm going to dive into this a little bit. I'm going not right now. I mean, I'm going to dive into like studies and really see like like side effects of eating more processed food, which kind of sounds obvious, but I don't know, man. I'm getting older too, so my body isn't processing things as fast.
Can't eat as much Taco Bell as we used to. But if you want to, I have some funny videos that we can cover, unless we want to go over that next time.
No, I like it. Let's do it.
Oh, dude. Okay, I've been so excited because I scoured TikTok because that's where the fire be. And Matt's already looking at my screen.
Man,
so.
what's going on right now?
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. So,
and don't worry, we'll pop this up on the screen for you guys too to watch with us. Don't worry.
I hope you guys enjoy. So, I was trying not to find some of the classics. I love watching this. Gym humor is just a part of a gym rat's personality. So I'm gonna play this first one for. He's already looking at this man's legs. This man's legs is in the air. If you were just listening, I'm just going to hit play real quick and we're just going to get a nice raw reaction out of Matt. Yep.
He's got jeans on as well?
Yes. He's got jeans on.
Bro, there's no way people go in here and do this. Okay. Like, there's no way people actually like go in there. Like, all right, I know we were just all nice about y'all newbies coming into the gym. But what the heck is that, dude? Like,
oh god. So if people are just listening,
no, they're going to see it. They're going to see it. It's going to be up here above us. But
oh gosh,
first of all, he's in his combat boots and his jeans, and he's hanging from this cable machine.
Literally, this is some blue collar.
You know how much weight he has on there to do that? By the way, he's got the pin machine all max loaded.
Give me a justification how much weight he weighs in order to hang.
If I had to guess, he's between 170 and like 210.
I'm going to guess 215 to my weight, like 215 to 230. And just somehow, what do you think? This looks like abs. He's just dangling by He's holding up.
It's like there are people who do different things in the gym, but this one's just like, what are you doing, bro?
The specific reason why we're showing this is because this is a super hyperbolized, exaggerated point of why people don't go to the gym. Like, there's always this guy, like, what? These people are crazy. And I promise you, this is a 0.01% of the population. You really do not need to worry about it. If anything, like, Matt, what's your take on this as a veteran? So let's pretend you're in this frame right now. You're this guy on this machine. You stand up for a second to catch some air and you turn around and see this.
All right, I'm laughing. First of all, I'm laughing. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. And the only thing I'm probably not doing, to be honest with you, is recording it. Like, I'm not going to embarrass that guy. Like, that's the only thing I don't like maybe about this. But we would never be able to laugh and like have a good time watching this video if someone didn't record it. But yeah, this one's ridiculous. So there's no, I don't feel too bad. Like, if you're going into the gym and doing something like that, like you're being silly on purpose, or you really don't know what you're doing. But it's like, if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm not doing that. Like,
you ain't never tried the Spider-Man workout?
I mean, for fun, because I see the other silly people doing it. Like, all right, let's go to the next one, man. Let's go to the next one. Oh, hell. Oh, hell. All right, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Let's. If you want to say something first. I don't care. Like,
we're gonna go right into this.
I don't know if I want to watch the end of this, bro. First of all, this guy's swole. This guy is strong as hell for doing that.
Well,
but oh my God, I've seen another video of this exact exercise, but just going the opposite way. Like, as in, like, he got hurt, man.
Yes. Yes. That was my first thing. So anytime that we have free weights, already can expect someone's going to crack a femur, someone's going to break a hip, someone's going to tear a bicep, like something horrible is about to happen. When you have loaded weight, free weights, it's going to be bad.
Well, first of all, when the caption of this video says the end at the start, and I'm like, oh, all right, bro, like, you're about to show me something that's going to make me,
in editing, please zoom on this man's face. The fact that he could not look at it. He couldn't stand
I didn't want to at the start, dude. I didn't want to at the start. But okay, let's actually go talk about the video for a second. The dude's strong. Like, this guy is strong, and I get why he's that hyped up. So for all my newbies in the gym, don't be scared of that. Like,
please do not.
He's obviously off a lot of pre-workout, probably. Or if he's not, he's just crazy. But honestly, man, like, that's a full back extension. Like, his hamstrings and glutes are involved. But how low he's going, full on back extension. His scaps are retracted. His rear delts are working. But brother, like, honestly, like if I saw it, I'd probably be hyped up in the gym. But for all you newbies, like this might be a little bit.
I think the ending was just a lot.
Oh, it was way too much. But like, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like if I hit a 405 squat tomorrow with you, I'm gonna act like that. And this is where like the veterans, like we're gonna do stuff like that. We're gonna get hyped like that. Like I probably really would go crazy like that if I hit my max PR squat.
I'm sure there are going to be people in the comment section saying like, bro, what you mean? Like, I'm going to celebrate everything. Like, I'm going to get after it. This is me doing me. And I respect.
Yeah. Like, but then, okay, settings of gym. This doesn't look like your normal 24-hour fitness. This doesn't look like your Gold's Gym, your rec center. Like, so I can see why he's comfortable with getting that hyped. Like at our gym, that is normal. Like the gym we go to, more people probably got hyped up about that. Yeah,
you probably set some other people up for a PR that day that didn't know they were going to PR that day.
Exactly. So I feel both ways about this video. One, I think the movement's dangerous.
It's so dangerous. Like this is a full.
Yeah, but I want to just hope that he's done this a lot. Like what I don't want to see is like newbies trying to copy this. Like that's what I'm afraid. Like, so whatever you guys see on TikTok, please be smart about your choices of exercise. Let's move to the next one, man. Let's move to the next one.
This is it.
That's it. All
yes, right. I only wanted to do and it's perfect because we're getting up on time. But you know, the one thing I agree with here is like there's a reason why I went to TikTok specifically to find some crazy stuff that people just do. And I mean, like, look at the culture. We've talked about this many times before, but the gym culture, like a Crunch Fitness or like a Planet Fitness, Globes Gym. Like if you even like put the weight down and grunt, people are looking at you like you're that gym guy. You are that should not be the standard.
That shouldn't be the case. And that's why like for all the newbies going to like a Planet Fitness, first of all, get your work in. Like I'm not going to bash Planet Fitness that hard. It's a cheap gym. You can get your work in there. But if you are going to other gyms, like just be aware that people are going to be loud. They're going to be grunting. Don't be mad at that. Just as the same way as these veterans should look at you when you're confused about a machine and maybe doing something a little funky, that they shouldn't be judging you either. Yep. So I think for all the new gymmers, like I think we just need to make it a safe place just in general. But the safe place encompasses like there's going to be grunting. There's going to be people who are having a resting bitch face at the end of the day. Like you're going to have people who don't seem the most approachable. At the end of the day, they're in the gym working. So like don't judge people off of their like RBFs. So yeah, man.
We're calling everyone out. Yeah. That this year is going to be a little bit different as we set our goals, as we get smart, keeping it simple, get your work done, get out, mind your own.
Yeah. And then we'll dive into this last topic here. And you're mentioning different, like there's different types of fitness and goals out there for everybody. So one thing I want to mention to all the newbies looking for the right path for them in the gym is there are different styles of fitness and it's okay whichever one you decide to choose. There's not one right one. Now, as a coach, there's a lot that I recommend. But for example, for anyone who wants to be a runner, for anyone who runs a lot or who enjoys running, there are ways to implement weight training and resistance training into your running program. Now, for someone who likes to run, but also really loves the bodybuild, like it's really hard to actually implement a lot of my running into it because I'm basically sacrificing a lot of my leg days. Yep. And I'm not hitting big PRs anymore on my leg days, but I like running. So how that looks, and I'll keep it real simple, is, if you're going to run 4 to 5 times a week, you probably need 1 or 2 really good days of resistance training. And then, so now keep the same topic as I go down these style of lifting. Like if you want to power lift, like that's on you as well. Like if you want to power lift, you have your 2 or 3 days of really big lifts, but then you're doing your fine motor skills, your little lifts within that. Like, so if you want to go 5 days, that's cool. Just, you don't want to be doing the power lift movements all 5 days. You need time to reset, recover. Now, you know your body too. If you're feeling sore, if you're feeling like you need to take a break, take that break. Do you mind turning that back on for me? It's just turn on and click the red button. For bodybuilders, how that looks, just at the end of the day, man, like you want to find the right split for you. And maybe at the start, the right split isn't hitting a Monday through Friday. You got to find the time, find the energy, find what works for you. Because remember what we said, SMART goals. The power button is closest to the fuzzy. It's the smallest button closest to the fuzzy. Yeah, there we go. So you got to click. Yeah, there you go. And then go from there. I don't know why this is going on, which I'm totally cool with this, to be honest with you, man. Like, as in, it shows that, like, yeah, we got some struggles going on. We're figuring something out. I have no idea what that, but last one is CrossFit and how that looks. Like, I'm not a hater of CrossFit. I just think, like,
I used to hate big on CrossFit. Yeah, I really did. I thought the way they did the pull-ups was so silly. Oh, well, all the movements. But I did not know prior. Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, like, I still don't agree that CrossFit should be the first thing that someone dives into for your fitness goals.
I think they have amazing, like, that is a built different athlete.
Yeah. I think that's a graduation style of fitness, in my opinion. Now, all my CrossFitters, I'm sorry if you CrossFit, but you have to understand it from my perspective as a coach who works with the general population. Like, as someone who went and tried CrossFit a year and a half ago, and I did it for about maybe 4 months, like, I personally loved it, but you're bringing new people into the gym and telling them to throw a barbell over their head. And y'all aren't Olympic coaches, like doing Olympic lifts, but y'all, don't get me wrong, I'm sure someone can teach me Olympic lifts without being an Olympic lifting coach. You know what I mean? Like, I really do believe that. But in the same breath, it's like, if you don't know how to do a walking lunge properly and you're telling me to grab 50 pounds and do a walking lunge, like, and then I'm telling you my knee hurts and you just say, oh, well, just fight through it. Like, this is a whole topic itself. I'm not hating on CrossFit. If you want to do CrossFit, go for it. I think, like, just take your time with it. A good CrossFit gym will walk you through stuff more, though. And there is one here in the DFW. It's 817. That's the name, 817 CrossFit.
I've seen this.
Yeah, they do walk you through it, and I will give them a lot of credit. Just be careful on the CrossFit, but the butterfly pull-ups, like, it is a technique to it, but in the same breath, like, I'm not teaching that to the beginners. So if you are going to do CrossFit, how that looks, in my opinion, you do a lot of technique work. But again, movement, guys, that's what I want you to do. You find your style of fitness. You find your style of, like, a way to move and get active. So I know I took over a little bit on that, but what are your thoughts on that?
I think that after looking at CrossFit, and I want to appreciate it, too, these athletes are just built different. They work so hard. But Matt said, like, this is a graduation level. You have to master all the basics. Everything that we just talked about, from running, powerlifting, bodybuilding, is just CrossFit in the trifecta. And they push you to your limit and past some. So for you to be on TV, to be a CrossFit athlete, like, I give you full props. You graduated and you succeeded far past any gym rat. That's something that isn't celebrated as much as, like, you know, you have C-Bomb, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all the other ones out there. This is what it has kind of been, like, a huge social uprising and things like that. And that's awesome. Like, bodybuilding is great. But, like, the true athlete in the functional fitness space is a top-notch, like, CrossFit.
And the thing about, like, a lot of CrossFitters is they have a huge Olympic lifting background, most likely. Like,
some of them are gymnasts.
Yeah, gymnasts, track athletes, like Olympic lifting. Like, I know Matt Frazier, who won 5 times, 6 times in a row. He literally lifted for the Olympics. Like, he is built for that. And someone like me, who is, you know, overweight, younger, only played basketball, like, dove into bodybuilding a little bit, like, going straight into CrossFit, it's like, yo, you're telling me to do 30 swinging pull-ups and I could barely do 5, like, strict pull-ups. So I think there's a problem there, in my opinion. But yeah, dude.
Yeah, thank you. That's my idea of CrossFit on it. Bodybuilding, that's where I am. Powerlifting, love it. Lift heavy, be safe, and I'll catch you up on how my calves feel about running.
Yeah. So for all the newbies, get after it. If you need any help, definitely reach out to either of us. We'll have our Instagram handles somewhere down here.
If you're a veteran, mind your business or help out.
Yeah, but I like that. Yes, sir.
Mind your business or help out.
Yeah. And if you want to talk some trash, our Instagram handles are going to be right here. And I'm just playing. But I appreciate it, man. Till next time.
Till next time.